Hello everyone, my name is Sonal. I'm a student of Delhi University, Lady Irwin College, pursuing B.Ed Special Education, and I would like to talk about intellectual disability.
So, the first is what is intellectual disability? It often known as mental retardation is a neurodevelopmental condition marked by a lack of adaptive behavior as well as inadequate intellect ability. Now we come to the definition. Intellectual disability is a condition characterized by significant limitations in both intellectual functioning and adaptive behavior. Intellectual functioning is also called intelligence, refers to general mental capacity such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, and so on. A person with intellectual disability is limited in two ways. These are intellectual functioning and adaptive behavior. Intellectual functioning, this relates to a person's capacity to learn, reason, make decisions, and resolve problems. It also referred to as IQ. Next is adaptive behavior. These includes daily life skills such as efficient communication, involvement with others, and self-care. Now we talk about adaptive functioning difficulties, communication, socializing, and independent living. Next is intellectual challenges. Intellectual disabled person faces problem in learning, both academic and experiential, such as talking, reasoning, planning, problem solving, judgment, abstract thinking. Next is early onset symptoms. A person with intellectual disability symptoms present during childhood or adolescence. Now are the symptoms. First, intellectual deficit. Second, adaptive functioning deficit. Third, developmental period onset. Intellectual deficit. A person with intellectual disability have late learning letters, numbers, or other intellectual milestones, and they face speech delay or trouble communicating clearly, and they have inability to connect actions with consequences, and they face trouble with memory and also difficulty following instruction. Adaptive functioning deficit. Intellectual disabled person late in toileting, dressing, and feeding independently, and they also faces sitting, crawling, walking later than other children, and they doesn't know how to follow social rules, and they have poor social judgment. They also struggle with emotional regulation. They require repeated social interventions on the school playground. Now we talk about developmental period onset. The developmental period refers to childhood and adolescence. This is when differences from peers become noticeable. Even though ID is often present before birth, parents may not see signs of mild ID in their child until they enter school. Next is intellectual disability severity levels. Basically, we divided the levels in four types. First, mild, moderate, severe, profound. Mild IQ ranges 50 to 69, and 85% of intellectual disabled cases are of mild, and they able to live independently with minimal support, and they can integrate with peers and conform socially. They learn how to talk later but can communicate well once they learn. Second is moderate. The moderate IQ is 36 to 49, and 10% of ID cases are moderate. And they able to live independently with moderate support. Some of difficulty in communicating, and they communicate in some social activities. They also able to learn basic reading, writing, and counting. Third is severe. IQ of severe is 20 to 35. 3.5% of ID cases are of severe. They require regular supervision for safety and daily self care assistance. They need direction and social supervision. They may learn basic self care and significant motor impairment. It's profound. The IQ of profound is less than 20. 1.5% of ID cases are of profound. Incapable of self care, they require care 24 hours, and the inability to understand communication from others, and they are non verbal communication, they may experience immobility. And the next is effective teaching strategies for students with intellectual disabilities. We give them hand on learning, play based learning, baby steps learning, group learning, and we have to give them positive reinforcement. In the end, when working with individual with ID, instructions that are only spoken once may be challenging for some students to comprehend. So repeat again and provide direction in alternate formats like text, pictures, videos, audiovisual tool, and so on. And all have different pace of learning. So provide sufficient time to them. All have different IQ level. So work accordingly. And every child has different needs. So work according to the need of the child. This is all about intellectual disability. I hope you like the video. Thank you.